Hello friends, welcome to Catalyst Chemistry YouTube channel. As we discussed the most important point about what IUPAC nomenclature. Rule 6, 5 and 6 we have discussed last class. 6 means in this case if the two different substituent groups are there, what kind of reference we are going to give. After that we are going to write in a bracket, that is called what, if the branched chain is there, that time we are going to write the naming in a bracket. That is what most important point. Continue up that point only. Next example for that is rule 6. The example is here. One more condition is there in rule 6. What is that condition? Just see here. So, substituent group do not have any further substitution. For example, last class only I told that if the substituent group is having a branched, further substitution is there, that time we are going to write a different method. But in this case what happened, do not have any further substitution. In such cases we are going to use what, the most important point is what, iso. This is most important. Iso means what, same. Next we are going to use, next if the substituent group do not having a branched, that time we are going to use what, neo. Okay, are considered in a alphabetical order, while secondary and tertiary are not. Okay, these are considered what, alphabetical order, but if secondary and tertiary is there means don't consider in a alphabetical order. Okay, that is important. Next, just here one example is there. What is the IUPAC name they are going to ask you? Just here I am going to start from here, because 1 2 3 4 this is what substituent group, this is indicate what branched is there, no, that's why in this case going to get a fourth one. If your count start from here means 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, but in this case what, 1 2 3 4 is there, but in this case we have to select a longest carbon chain. Just here 1 2 3 4 5 6 carbon, highest parent chain. If you are going to consider like this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, but this is the best one, no, because in this case we are going to get a 6, but in this case we are going to get a what, 7 carbons. That's why I am going to select this order. This is a better order. This is a 2, next one is what, 3 4, this one is 5, next one is what, 6, next this is what, 7, like this. Okay, we are going to consider like this. Otherwise if you are going to select like this 5, this is 6 7 8, this is the highest, no, not this one. Okay, just here this is 5 is there, this one is what, 6, this is what, 7, this one is what, 8 is there. Okay, this one is what, order. That's why in this case 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 is there. After that means in this case 5 6 7 we are going to get, this one is what, highest. Just here in this case this fifth position is having a what, CS3 CH CH3. Just here in this case this is not having any further substitution. Further substitution is not there. Further substitution means what, this carbon do not containing another carbon, like this. This one is indicate what, further substitution. Just here only one substitution is there, this carbon attached to this carbon, and this carbon is having what, 2 methyl groups. That's why it is a look like a what, iso. In this case iso means what, same. Just here CS3 is also same here, just here CS3 is also same, in this case also CS3 is also same. That's why in this case we are going to use what, iso, most important. When we are going to use neo, I will tell you later. Okay, just here now I am going to write the IUPAC nomenclature of what, this one. Okay, what is the IUPAC nomenclature of this one? Just here in this case fifth position is there. Fifth position I am going to write, this is 5, next one is what, hyphen. After that I am going to take in a what, bracket. Just here fifth position, this is going to get a what, how many carbons are there, 3 carbon. This is indicate what, isopropyl. In this case you have to use iso because of what, same substituent groups. That's why I am going to write what, isopropyl. Don't write propane, because in this case this is a branched chain. If the branched chain is there, must and should you have to use propyl, butyl, pentyl, hexyl, so on. That's why how many carbons are there total, 8 carbons are there, no? That's why in this case what, octane. 5 isopropyl octane is the IUPAC nomenclature. Very simple. Okay, bear in mind, important in this case, this is most important. If the substituent group do not having any further substitution, that time we are going to apply this one, iso. Okay, just here if iso, just here one example is there, CS3 CH CS3, this one is indicate what, branched, means what, next another carbon is there, that carbon may be what CH2 or maybe what CH3 CH. okay, that's why in this case this one is what branched is there. Just here this is iso or neo, just this one is what iso. Why? Because of iso, here one CH3 is there, here one CH3 is there, that's why these two groups are what same. If the groups are same 100%, that is called what iso. This, that's why this one is indicate what isopropyl. Here is there no same group is there, no, that's why. okay, next one CH3 CH2 CH CH3. In this case if you are going to use iso or neo, iso and neo will not come. In this case what secondary will come. In this case what secondary. Why? If you are going to consider this one, is there any same group? No group, no same. Here CH3 CH2 is there, here only CH3 is there, that is why this CH group do not containing any similar groups, same groups, that is why in this case we are not going to use a iso. In this case we are going to use what secondary butyl, because of just here this carbon containing one hydrogen, no, that is secondary. I told, I think if the carbon containing two hydrogen, that is called what primary. If the carbon containing one hydrogen, that is called secondary. If the carbon not containing any hydrogen atom, that is called what tertiary. That is called based on what number of carbon atoms. Another point is there, that is based on number of carbon group attached, that is also based. Just here this carbon containing how many carbon groups are there, just here, here one CH3 is there, here one CH2 is there, no, that is why in this case. But this carbon containing only one hydrogen, if the only one hydrogen is there, that is called what 100% secondary, or in some time they told what 2 degree like this. okay, in some book they are mentioned like this 2 degree. If primary is there 1 degree, if tertiary is there, that is what 3 degree like this. Butyl means 1 2 3 4, totally 4 carbons are there, no, that is why they called as a butyl, but you know very well about that. One means mono, di, tri, next one is but, pent, hex. okay, so on. Next this is what iso is there, this is what secondary is there. Tertiary I will give one example. okay, just here CH3 C is there, CH3 CH2 CH3, this is indicate what neo. In this case you have to compulsory mention what neo. Why you are going to mention neo? Just here this carbon containing 4 different carbons, otherwise like this, if you are going to get like this only. okay, if compulsory. okay, such like this CH3 CH3 CH CH3 like this is there, means what look like this, means 100% you are going to write a neo, you have to write NEO, neopentane, means indirectly this carbon containing of 4 carbon, if the 4 carbons are there, if the 4 carbons are there, that is called what neo. But if this carbon containing what 2 similar CH3 or similar groups are there, that is called what iso. But in this case compulsory you have to mention what neopentyl. Totally how many carbons are there, you have to count and finally you have to write. Just here 1 2 3 4 5 carbons are there, that is why they called as a pentyl. okay, this one is what important. If tertiary is there, that tertiary is look like a, just here I am going to write, this one is what CH3 is there, next this is what CH3, next this is what CH3. In this case what, if you are going to consider what CH3, this carbon do not containing any hydrogen atom, this time you have to mention what tertiary, this time compulsory you have to what mention tertiary. okay, in this case do not mention neo. Neo means what like this. okay, we are going to get 1 2 3 4, you have to see 4 carbon, but in this case 1 2 3 4 carbon, it is look like a neo, but this is also what CH3 group is there, no? That is why this is called what what you are going to call tertiary, TRT. okay, this one is indicate what TRT, tertiary, that is what 3 degree. okay, what most important. what okay, next this one is what this will come under what rule 6. okay, next point is what that is important, that one is what rule 7 is there, up to rule 9 is there. okay, rule 6 is completed, the next one is what rule 7. Rule 7, nomenclature of what cyclic compounds. In this case what cyclic means, it is a look like a what cycle like this. okay, just here cycloalkanes are substituted cycloalkanes, just here this one is what cycloalkanes, this one is what substituted cycloalkanes. If the any of the groups, that may be Cl or NO2, or next one is what OH, CS3, C2, H5, etc., etc. okay, those groups are attached in a cyclohexane or what totally what cyclo alkane type groups are there, that one is indicate what? Most important, substituted cycloalkanes. Cycloalkanes and substituted cycloalkanes are named as alkanes. Named as what? Alkanes with a prefix what? Cyclo. Important prefix what? Cyclo they are going to write. Okay, and don't worry about this kind of sentence. I am going to tell you very short way. Just here, this is look like a what? Cyclic ring. This is what? Cyclic. There is no gap. Okay, just here I am going to ask you one question. Just here, this will look like a cyclic? No. In this case what? There is no bond is there. There is no bond. Okay, that is why this is not a cyclic. Just I am going to close this one. This will look like a what? Cyclic. Okay, that is why the cyclic means what? There must be a at least what 4 carbons or maybe a 3 carbons. If the 2 carbon is there, cyclic is not possible. Compulsory cyclic means there must be a at least 3 carbon present. Okay, just here 1 is there. I am going to write a carbon number 1. This is 2. This one is what? 3. This is what? 4. Totally how many carbons are there? 4 carbons are there. 4 means what you are going to call? But you are going to call, no. That is why before prefix, you know very well about that. Before what you are going to write a prefix. Prefix you have to compulsory apply what? That is a cyclo. Totally how many carbons are there? Just here. How many carbons are there? 4 carbons are there, no. Before I am going to write means just here I am going to write first butane. Before that what they told means in this case you have to add a prefix, that is what? Cyclo. Just here cyclobutane. Cyclobutane is the IUPAC nomenclature of what? Cyclic compounds. Okay. Next here, in this case CS3 is there. Here 4 carbons are there. This CS3 is act as a substituted cyclo, or this one is what? Substituted group. Okay, that is why this substituted group attached to the cyclic means this is act as a 1. This one is what? Called 1. After that you have to take here 2 or here 2, no problem. 2, 3, next this is what? 4. Totally how many carbons are there in a cyclic? 4 carbons are there. First what? This is methyl group is there, no. That methyl group act as a what? In this case prefix. This is methyl. Methyl. After that what? Cyclobutane. 1 methyl you have to write mention, no. 1 methyl. 1 methyl cyclo. 1 methyl cyclobutane. Compulsory you have to write cyclo, because cyclic compounds are there, no. Compulsory you have to write what? Cyclo. Okay. Next one. Just here in this case, here how many carbons are there in a cyclic? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are there total. 6 means what? That is a hexane. I am going to start from here. This is called what? In this case compulsory you have to see the alphabetical order. Alphabetical order just here. Here CH2 is there, here CS3 is there, here CH2, here CS3. Okay, in this case what? This is look like what? Ethyl. Ethyl. This is what? At least in this case what? CS3 is there. In this case what? Methyl. E and M are there. In alphabetical order, which one will come first? E will come first. No, that is why this is a what? 1. Alphabetical order, which substituent group will come first? You have to write 1, that is numbering 1, the locant rule, the lowest sum rule. Next after that this one is what? 2, next this is what? 3 is there. Okay, that is why in this case this is act as a what? Ethyl group. I am going to write here 1 ethyl 3 methyl cyclohexane. IUPAC name is what? 1 ethyl, next one is what? 3 methyl is there, 3 methyl cyclohexane. How many carbons are there totally? 6 carbons are there, no. You have to write here 3, in this case you have to write 4, in this case 5, this one is what? 6. Totally how many carbons are there? 6. 6 means you have to write hexane, but it is a look like a cyclic is there, no. Must and should you have to add what? Cyclohexane. 1 ethyl 3 methyl cyclohexane is there. Okay. Next after that come to this one, last example in this case. Just here, here 1, 2, 3. How many carbons are there? 3 carbon. 3 carbon means what? Propyl. In this case 1 carbon is 2 carbon is indicate ethyl. In this case what? 3. In this case what? Methyl is there. At least CS3 is there. Okay. In this case methyl and propyl, M and P, out of these two which one will come first in alphabetical order? Obviously the answer is what? M only, no. That is why this is a what? 1 methyl. Next after that, in this case you have to count, this is a 2, next this is a what 3, after that this 4, this is a 5, next this is a what 6. That is why IUPAC nomenclature is in this case 1 methyl, you have to write 1 methyl. Next after that 3 propyl you have to take, this is a branched is there, that is why you have to write 3 propyl. How many carbons are there? 6 carbon, that is what hexane, that is what hexane, 1 methyl 3 propyl cyclohexane. This is a IUPAC nomenclature. Just see here, some students are going to write like this, they are going to start here 1, after that they are going to write 2 here, after that 3, 4, 5. If you are going to write like this, means the locant rule is going to fail. Just see here, I am going to take this one example only. Here just see here, here 1 is there, after that this 2, 3, I am going to add 1 plus 3, what you are going to get? 4, this is what 1 number. I am going to start from here, this 1 is there, no, I am going to write here 2, here 3, this is 4, this one is 5, this is what 6. Just here 5 plus 1 or 1 plus 5 equal to what? 6. The 6 is having what? Highest number. Obviously in this case what? The locant rule is going to fail. That is why do not consider this 6, you have to consider only 4, because of maximum means what? Sum of the two substituent groups must and should what? The lowest number. In this case also just see here, 1 is there, 2, 3 is there, 3 plus 1 is what? 4. If you are going to start like this 1, this is a 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 plus 1, 6, you are going to get a 6. Okay. That is what the locant rule is going to fail. That is why in this case most important, this one is what? Rule 7. Okay. Okay friends, subscribe the channel. Thank you.